So maybe you're at that stage in your life where you feel like your mindset has just been holding you back. That your mindset is setting you up for failure before you even get started on that endeavor, that thing that you wanted to achieve. And a lot of times this happens to us, right? If we get started off with a bad mindset, that just leads us to failure before we even get started. So for those people out there who don't know who I am, my name is Marcus. This is Discover Ignite, and today we're talking about how you can change your mindset. So what exactly is our mindset? Our mindset is just a bunch of beliefs that we have about specific things, especially in ourself. How do we view ourselves? Do we view ourselves as someone that actually goes out and executes what they're supposed to do? Or are we that person that feels like, why not even get started? Because we already know what the outcome is going to be. This is our mindset. This is what we want to change, is those beliefs. If we can change the beliefs, then we can change our outlook on things. Then we can actually start achieving those things which mean most to us. Now, the first thing we need to understand when trying to change your mindset is that we have to acknowledge that that belief can be changed. If you do not believe that that belief can be changed, then your mindset is essentially in a fixed state. It's essentially saying that, no, this is what I believe, this is what's gonna happen if I go down this path. Now, if you can change that, if you actually can believe that that belief can be changed, you have the power to change your mindset. So remember that the first thing you need to understand is just to acknowledge the fact that that belief can and will be changed. Now that we've actually acknowledged that beliefs can be changed, we need to start looking at the negative thoughts. What negative thoughts led us to that belief? Now, do those actually thoughts, those negative thoughts, they actually still hold value for us today? Do we believe in all those negative things that establish that belief? Now, acknowledging that that belief needs to be changed. A lot of us, know that that belief has to be changed, but yet there's still these negative thoughts associated with why it was essentially created. So we got to look at those negative thoughts and really dive in. Do they really still hold value? Is there really a reason why that negative thought is really holding us back? Or is it just an excuse? Is it just an excuse for us to not believe in something because maybe society has put that belief into our head, maybe our parents have put that belief in our head, maybe it was just a life event that has created that belief? Whatever it is those negative thoughts really that bad that are actually going to hold us back from changing that belief? Is it something we have to actually sit and go through these beliefs and understand that these negative thoughts, are just something that is holding us back, that we're playing the victim because of the fact that these negative beliefs are the sole keeper of us changing, that belief? Now is a different time, that those negative thoughts should not be holding you back any longer, that you are actually going to start executing against those negative thoughts because they don't hold value for you anymore. So this leads me right into motivation and willpower. Now, this is something that you're going to have to understand, that motivation is something that comes and goes. It's going to come down to your willpower. It's going to come down to you saying, no, this is why I started. This is why I want to change the belief, and this is why I'm going to continue to execute. Because you have to understand that most people, 25% of people in that first week will quit. And after that first month, it even increases to 65% of people quit. Now, just imagine putting a month's worth of effort into that and then just quitting. Now, you have to understand your why. You have to understand that there's a reason why you were trying to change that belief. The reason why you're trying to perhaps get that confidence, right? You want that confidence so it can lead to better things. But how can you build that confidence if you feel like, that belief, right, is just too much work? Because that motivation is going to go away. You're going to be motivated and you're going to want to change these things, and that's great. And motivation, again, comes and goes, and it's something that you have no control over, right? Because your body's going to fight you against that. Your body's not going to want you to go out and do all these different things. It is comfortable where it's at. And this is the constant struggle we have. This is why you got to have your why defined and understand that yes, I don't feel like doing it, but I'm going to do it anyway because this belief is something I need to shake. I don't want to feel like I'm not, worthy. I don't have confidence. I want to feel like, no, I have confidence, and I'm going to go out and I'm going to execute what I said I'm going to do. And this is the only way you can do that, is by getting in there and forcing that willpower, understanding your why, and continuing to press and not allowing, those negative thoughts. So just keep remembering that. Understand your why. Have strong willpower. Define all that up front, because you're going to need that when you're pushing through, the mud, because there are going to be plenty of times when you are going to get in a rut. And the willpower is all you have. So if you don't have willpower, that belief will never be changed. Your mindset will never be changed. Now, changing beliefs isn't always easy, especially if it's a belief that we've had at a young age. And to be able to change that belief of us, that maybe, we're failures at everything that we do. How do we change that? And the biggest thing is to not look at the overall belief, right? We don't want to try to just change that overnight, because that's something that's not going to be easily changed overnight, because it took a time to establish that belief, right? It took a lot of time that we believed that we were failures. And to be able to change that, we got to slowly be able to start doing little things, right? This is what we need to understand, is we have to slowly build that confidence up. So to be able to build confidence, you need to start doing small things, right? Maybe you need to start going to the gym more, just so you can feel better, right? And build that confidence that, yeah, I'm getting healthier. Or perhaps if you're trying to speak better, maybe you're gonna, join Toastmasters, and you start doing Toastmasters, and as uncomfortable as it is, you're gonna start taking those little steps. And yes, initially it is hard, right? The initial step is always hard. It's always the hardest step to take. But if you're taking these little steps, right, they will build up, they will compound over time, and you'll realize that you'll have, at the end of everything, you'll have that confidence that you were looking for, because you built it up, right? Before you felt like you were just a complete failure. And now you're just, gushing out confidence, right? You were just so strong in your willpower and understanding that, yes, I have the confidence now to execute whatever I wanted. But to get there, it's going to take small steps. It's going to take you to put the time and the effort in to find whatever it is that's going to build your confidence up, because not everybody's confidence is the same, right? Because whatever that belief is, that confidence, right, it comes from different things in our life that affect us, that have perhaps, caused us to have that belief. And so you gotta slowly build up that confidence, right? Find something you can build your confidence in, and stick with that until it starts building your confidence up enough to where you can starting something else that will help build your confidence, right? Start doing a bunch of little things into these bigger tasks where you can actually build more confidence. And once you get that ball rolling, then the confidence will come, right? So just realize that we want to start with small steps and build up to that goal. So we're going to have to understand that there will be failures when trying to change your belief, change your mindset. It's because a lot of times, like I stated before, our beliefs, right, they can be set at a really young age, and so they're going to be extremely hard to try to change. But if your why was well defined ahead of time and your willpower is still there, that yes, you will still have failures. That mindset will still come back, right? Because your subconscious is comfortable with that. Your body is going to keep going back to the things it's comfortable in until you make new beliefs the new norm, to where it's changed, right? You break out of that old mold that you were in and break yourself into these new beliefs, that you believe that you are confident, that you believe that you have the tools to execute on what you want to achieve, right? And to understand that there will be failure, you'll go back. But the key here is to not allow yourself to just discard everything, right? Not to discard all your work. Maybe it was only a week and you just gave up, and you need to get right back into it, right? You need to jump right back in and keep trying to change that belief. There's a reason why you started. There's a reason why you wanted to change that belief. And don't forget that, yes, you may have a day where you felt like you don't want to execute on anything, and you don't want to try to build up your confidence, and it was just a bad day. Maybe that was yesterday, right? Well, then today, start right back over. Just keep jumping back on the horse and don't allow yourself to fail and give up, right? Because you don't truly fail until you finally say, throw in the towel and say you are done. Because this is the only way you're going to be able to change this belief, is to understand that there will be failures. There will be days where you do fail, but you're going to have to keep moving forward. So now that we know that our mindset is just our beliefs and that they can be changed, that they are not at all associated with our identity, once we know that, once we realize that those beliefs can be changed, that it will take time, right? Some beliefs will take longer than others to change, but we have to realize, right, we have that vision of who we want to be, right? And we need to be able to look at that vision of who we are. And what beliefs would that vision of who we want to be, what beliefs would they have? How would we get there? How do we change those beliefs to be that person that we want the world to see us as, right? And we need to change those beliefs. We need to keep that willpower and understand the why is it that we are trying to change those beliefs. So if this video has helped you guys, hit that like button, and until next time, I will see you guys later.